Hello guys, this is WiLlnArD, and today, right now, I'm gonna explain something that I discovered from artifact randomizers that is in fact possible, but I don't have footage of it. But I know that it's possible, and this is basically trying to remove the force field in weapon complex without battlehammer, which is the force field that I'm going to show you right now. I don't have footage of it because it's so rarely used, and I'm going to explain why. And it's very unlikely that you're going to have this. So it's this force field right there, this battlehammer force field. Remove it without battlehammer. This is something that I've been trying to do for a while, but the game didn't want me to. Like, the randomizer didn't want it to. Like, it's so, like... It's like... This is the better way of, like, removing this force field without battlehammer. It's to, like, yeah, I'm gonna explain why in a second. So, okay. So first of all, how do you do that? The first thing you have to know is, the first step is to get, I'm gonna show you, is to get 6 artifacts. What are the 6 artifacts? There's 3 artifacts that are from the first boss of alinos, which is Slanch 1, and you have to get the 3 artifacts from the first boss of Vesper outpost defense, which is Critifid 1 in Vesper. Why am I saying this? It's because it's the way to unlock Weeble, and this is to unlock Weeble, and Weeble can, in fact, destroy this force field. And just like I said, it's rarely gonna happen. But there is one important thing you need to know. There is something that I would know before you do the first boss of Vesper. You have to know something. Is the item that is in the second floor in weapon complex, which is the sylux item, the sylux item location, is a minor item, which is an expansion. It needs to be an expansion. So if we see here, it's not an expansion. It's a major item. If it's an artifact there and a beam, you should not, and I mean not, do the first boss of Vesper. Which means that you cannot do this trick. If there is an artifact there and a beam there, you cannot do that trick. If it's an expansion, you can, because I will show you why. And I'm just gonna show you an image after you beat the first boss of Vesper early, and this is an image of me that played a rando seed in artifact randomizers. That I did not unlock this. I did not fight Sylux. I did not grab that item. And for some reason, when I did the first boss of Vesper Outpost Defense, I called it Vesper Outpost Defense, don't judge me, okay? I called it like that, okay? But when you do the first boss early, without doing Sylux fight, the games removed this item. If you didn't do the Sylux fight and you do the first boss early in Vesper Outpost Defense, the item that is there will disappear. And this is in the game. This is made by the game. This is not a randomizer glitch. It's actually a real thing that the game does. is that it removed the item because the game thinks that you grabbed the item. So that means that the item that is there will get removed. This is why I told you that it should be an expansion and not a artifact and a beam. Because if it's an artifact and a beam, you will get softlock. You will not be able to do the game, the seed. You're gonna have to restart the game if you saved when this is gone. If you saved in your ship when there were an artifact and a beam that was gone there, you will have to do the game again. This is important, okay? And I will show you an image why I say this, a proof that it just completely goes away. This item completely goes away if you don't do the sylux fight. If you basically like skip the sylux fight and just go in the boss early without having like battlehammer to remove that. The game is like, I'm just gonna remove that since the game thinks that you grabbed this item, because in the game you're supposed to get that item. You are forced to get that item. You don't. It's required basically. But in randomizer, it isn't. Sometimes you don't have to, except if it's an artifact or a beam. So I'm gonna show you why. You get it? That's the image of that I played this seed, a seed, and when I did the first boss of Vesper, the game is just completely removed the item because I didn't do the sylux fight, and the item was an artifact or a beam. So I was softlock and I had to restart the game, and this is the most dangerous part of this trick, because you have to get, it has to be an expansion. It has to be an UA, an E-tank, and a missile expansion. It has to be that. If it's an artifact and a beam, forget about this trick. You will not be able to do that. So yeah, this is how you do this. I don't have footage, like I said, I don't have footage, but I have the image of me doing that. Of me like doing the first boss early and the item is gone. It's gonna probably be fixed soon, because the creator can probably fix this to make this better. So he can remove the code that it removed the item if you don't do the boss, and the item will stay there even if you do the first boss. So that way it could be good. You don't have to like worry about that, but for now we have to worry about that because this is a normal thing that the game does. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is exactly how you do that, and basically why we do that is because we can bring WiLlnArD here if we do the first boss of alinos and the first boss of Vesper, and if it's an expansion, we can definitely remove that force field and go in that Imperialist door early without having battlehammer, because WiLlnArD will be here, because the game thinks, oh, you have battlehammer, you beat the first boss, so you have battlehammer, so WiLlnArD will go in Vesper. So this is why I said this. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is the biggest explanation of this trick right there, because it is unlikely that it's rare. Basically, it's rare. It doesn't happen a lot because you have to get 6 artifact and it needs to be an expansion. So there's a lot to take in. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.